So first off, today my presentation is going to be about sports. Of course, we all play sports, we all know, we all watch sports. But more specifically, I want to contrast the psychology and physiology involved in sports. And as well, I'll ask an interesting question. What if you had all the benefits, the great body, the great athleticism that we see in sports? Could you be a pro? First off, we'll just take a general overview of sports. We all know sports, and simply define sports as any physical activity that involves either a team or an individual, and a bunch of skills in a competition format. Here you have a bunch of sports, almost every sport I can think of. And next off, we'll have a general overview of psychology. So what is psychology? Psychology is the study of the brain, and more importantly, the psyche. Who are you in terms of your brain and what your emotions do? Psychology studies emotions, interpretations, how you think, how you act, and how it's all related to past experiences and your brain. So, and now we'll take psychology in sports. That's a brand new study. One of the most important things that psychology does in sports is becoming a team player. Playing for a team instead of yourself. This is against our natural evolution. Usually we think of ourselves first, but sports help to inhibit this new thing. I play for a team. I am not the only one in this team, and together we can win and obtain bigger goals as a team. So next off, we have confidence. Now here we have a penalty kick. Now we've all taken plenty of penalty kicks before, and maybe it's in a team, maybe it's in a game with a few spectators and a few players on our team. But to do it in front of thousands of people and for your country is something that truly requires confidence, and that is why playing sports in competition helps benefit your confidence. Next up, of course, we all love winning. Winning is part of the brain. It makes a chemical endorphin that's in your brain, and it inhibits the feeling of happiness, the feeling of joy, the feeling of success. As you can see, one of the best is winning a team sport or scoring a goal. As you can see here, he scored a goal for his country in the final. He's exuberant, he's so happy. Second off, it helps sharpen your focus. As you can see here, there's distractions in the crowd and distraction everywhere. But more importantly, I'd like to take you to a Princeton study. People who have problems or brain disabilities who play disabled sports, they play types of basketball, miniature bowling ball, and these stuff, they get their focus was sharpened. They became much more acute and much more smart. Self-perception. Of course, here we have the tallest basketball player with the shortest basketball player. When you play sports, naturally you become more muscular, more fit, and more attractive to the other gender. So, when you play sports, this helps your psyche because you see yourself now as not only the normal person you are, but the stronger, fitter, and overall more attractive. Now, anxiety. Now, this is an interesting study happened here. In 2005, the American Psychology Journal published an experiment which they did. They brought 20 people from each group. First group played football, or they played a certain sport for 30 minutes. The other ones, they didn't do anything. They gave them both anxiety shots to make them scared and nervous. The ones who played sports, they didn't react as badly as the ones who didn't. The ones who didn't suffered severe anxiety and had to be gone to the hospital. Here we have leadership skills. Of course, in every sport there has to be a leader. There has to be a team. There has to be a captain. As you can see here, sports inhibit the true leadership we all have inside us, to take our team and push them to the next level. Now, the physiology. Of course, sports are physical sports. They portray our physicality. As you can see here, you have to be a perfect specimen to play in a certain sport, and each sport requires different muscles and skills to play in. Next off, we'll have weight loss. Of course, playing sports, now people, they only think of sports to lose weight, to become thinner and better, but that's not the only reason you should play sports. You should lose weight not to attract the other people, but to help your digestive system, your respiratory system, and your circulatory system. As you can see here, sports don't have to be tough gym sports. It can be anything from simple dancing with your friends. Disease prevention. Of course, we all know when you breathe, when you're fit, when you're in shape, you become much stronger and much more immune to all types of diseases. Some of the diseases that sports help benefit you are reduced here. You can see the list. So, of course, the common cold, the common flu won't affect you that much if you're strong, if you play sports, and if you're in peak physical condition. Next off, now this is the question. What if you were a pro? Let's say you made it through the draft, you made it through the youth system, and you eventually reached the top. You became a pro in whichever sport you like. Can you actually succeed? If you have the perfect body, is that all to it? Can you continue? Can you maintain the hard work and intrigue to become a professional player yourself? First off, of course, athletes get paid huge amounts of money. We all know that. We've heard about the millions and billions that have been spent on football players and soccer players. But those dollars don't go to waste. They have to train and diet forever. They don't stop. They have to work and build their body to the peak which their sports requires. Now that's something truly amazing, to diet and to maintain this type of body for so long. Second off, pressure. Here we have a picture of Mikel Arteta after losing a crucial penalty kick that led to Arsenal not winning the Premier League last year. As you can see, he's devastated. He's honestly and truly morally crushed. He can't handle the pressure. Because of missing a kick, he not only let his team, his coach, but the millions of Arsenal fans around the world down. Second off, even if you have peak condition, there's something called the killer instinct, and every good coach will tell you about players who have killer instinct. It's the it factor that drives players to be great, not only great, but to be the best at their sports. Here we have Hamad, one of the best players in both personality and physicality, and he truly has the killer instinct. Second off, you've got to be mentally strong. Sports players are criticized constantly by their fans, by the media, and by other critics all over the world. Here you can say a fellow Bulls fan, Joaquin Noah, is getting Flappy Bird, if you understand that. He's getting the bird flipped to him by his own fan. Now that's truly morally crushing. That's why you need mental fortitude. And finally, if you have all of these extremely difficult traits to obtain, you can achieve glory. You can be on the Mount Rushmore of your own sport. You can be one of the greatest. You can be the next Jordan, the next Maradona, the next Michael Schumacher. You can be the next Tiger Woods. You can be you if you truly strive.